My name's Anna, and I'm gonna briefly summarize Jesus Rosa Ruz and his impact on APA. So let's get started. A little background information of him. He got his bachelor's degree in psychology in the University of San Luis Obispo, Mexico. His PhD in development of child psychology and behavior analyst in the University of Kansas. He became a director of Center of Education at the University of San Luis Obispo. The main reason is his interest in helping people with disabilities and impoverished children get the services they deserve. He is one of those few scientists in the world to study animals training for both theological and applied perceptions. He serves several education boards, as well as review for the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysts and Journal of Neuroscience Methods and Behavior Process. These are just a few things I listed. There were a lot more. And he's alive and well, kicking in Texas. He's associate professor of the Department of Behavior Analysts at the University of Texas, as well as the director of Neuro-Optical Redshift Lab. His main focuses were on stimulant equivalency, fluency, antecedent control over behavior, generalization, behavioral cusp, and shaping. I picked a handful of articles and I'm just going to briefly summarize them to you. One of the articles were deal with generalization of the questions. With this one, he had to deal with a 5-year-old autistic boy, and they used flashcards with pictures of animals and plants, and every time he got it correct, he got place. The way they set it up is that the first part was more focusing on the target behavior, and the other 4 were more for the generalization of that behavior. And after 5 months and 10 hours a week, the autistic child was able to show that he wasn't able to maintain the identification of the flashcards. And this shows that the importance of the generalization on child development. Planning for supporting behavior. So here, he basically did a training workshop for the verbal behavior of behavior analysts. They had 4 participants, and the way to set it up is the before and after was where they had survey, and that survey is how they gathered the data. The training workshop was more of a role playing, and the way measured by verbal behavior, non-verbal behavior, written verbal behavior, and the inter-observation agreement. After they collected the data, determines that the 4 participants were able to have better understanding of what was listed before. And he states the importance of training workshops like these. Started out with the relationship with the client and the behavior analyst would improve, as well as the well-being of the client overall would improve. The reduces of the stress of the client. Shaping. So, how he got into animal training was due to the fact that a lot of his master students were interested in animal training. One of them was more focusing on loading horses into trailers. They were noticing behaviors of hitting them head in the wall, biting, running backwards, and they determined that if they were able to have a behavior of loading, it will give them a more behavior cusp. So they were able to go to other environments. The horses and the trainers were able to go. The way they set it up is more of a positive reinforcement to create that behavior change. And what they use is food. In the past, horse trainers used punishment. And with positive reinforcement, it showed that they had a more positive results of this. So now we have horse trainers using more of a positive reinforcement, and it shows the fluency and generalization on the horses have risen. Okay, next one. Contribute to MBA. He forms the clinical practice, basic behavior knowledge, analyzing, shaping human fluency of behaviors, behavior cues, and operation of individuals in a new environment. What I learned. The importance of the workshops and training is for giving proper services. You can't always predict what you're going to work with. So if you have the right training and equipment, you will be able to provide the proper service for the individuals that you're dealing with. And the importance of generalization, especially on autistic, when it comes to learning. I sometimes forget how important generalization is, especially with autistic, because the autistic person I deal with is more higher level. But from now on, I'm going to remember the importance of generalization, not only for autistic, but when you're teaching new people new skills, especially since I work in the work site area, shaping and the impacts on human has. So here, I forget sometimes that we human have impact how our pets, livestock, how we maintain animals like in the zookeeping. So if we have a better understanding how we could reinforce positive behaviors, we could give those animals more of a positive life and less stress. And this sums up my brief bio. Thank you for listening.